and a few of us are joining us in the room, and it's great to have you here. And please, as you are joining us, make sure that you are muted. And I want to say hello to Cantor Fox. I'm going to give you a spotlight. Hello, Cantor Fox.
Shalom, shalom.
I'm there. It's wonderful to see you. So, hey, how about we sing a little bit to conclude Shabbat? How's that sound?
Seitchem leshalom, malachei ashalom, malachei elyon, mi melech, malachei amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, lai, lai. Lai, lai, lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 roi, 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 roi.
So before we begin the Havdalah prayers, we just want to conclude a little bit of what we learned today, but also look ahead into the words that we read this week. And as we conclude the book of Bereshit, the book of Genesis, it really is powerful and poignant to take note of the questions that make up this book. And the last question that is asked in the book is asked by Joseph. Once their father Jacob dies and all the blessings have been completed, the brothers come to Joseph and they understand that the power dynamic, he's the second most powerful person in the world at the time, and the brothers are completely at his beck and call with their open bags looking for handouts from his prosperity. And they understand that they are completely subject to his whim and desire, and they remember that they treated him so poorly by throwing him into a pit and selling him into slavery. And so they're ready to give themselves over to him. They say, we'll be your slaves, which is so ironic, because we know that as we turn the next chapters, that's exactly what's going to happen to our brothers and sisters. Joseph says something so powerful, but he asks it in the form of a question. He looks at his brothers and he says, am I in the place of God? He asks them, is it up to me to decide your fate? Even though he knows that they ostensibly chose his fate when they threw him into a pit and sold him into slavery. Joseph's extraordinary journeys left to the faith of God and his life prompts this question, am I in the place of God? It's a powerful question. It's so powerful when you even think about it with the very first question that we read in the Torah. It's the first question that God asks humanity, where are you? Where are you? And then in the last verses, the last words, the last question that Joseph asks is, am I in the place of God? Which is to say that in this long journey that we are taking as a developing people, as human beings, as a family, as a tribe, as we are developing along this path, for us to understand where we are we located as people, but then to understand that once we are rooted and we have a place in this world, that we are not in a place where God belongs. And so it's our duty at the end of this book, and I think it's our duty that the rest of the Torah teaches us, to create space for God's presence to dwell. This is what we hold on to as we conclude Shabbat. Shabbat is this beautiful time that blends time, the day of rest, and the week that's yet to come. It's this moment when everything kind of blends together. The light is interwoven, and between the darkness that sets upon us and the light that we kindle into that space, it is this moment that we can also say to ourselves, we are ready to make space for God in our lives this week to come. So how shall we do that? Perhaps we'll be like Joseph and his brothers. We'll be more brotherly and humane and kind to each other. Or maybe we'll be a little bit more compassionate to others around us. Or maybe we'll be more prayerful and understand that where our impulse is to make judgments in this week to come, we might first step back and ask, is it really our decision? Or is there something powerful and more impactful than us that can influence the behavior of others? These are the things that we hold on to as Shabbat concludes. It's a beautiful thing to hold on to as the light is swirling around us, as we taste the sweetness of wine and we smell the spices, as we are awakened to our new responsibility in this week to come. We carry everything that this Shabbat has given us: time of rest, time of connection, time of promise, and a time of hope. And now we carry all of that goodness into the week with us, just like the blending of the lights and the sweetness of the wine and the fragrance of the spices, to awaken us to new responsibility, new possibility, that all that we hope and dream for in the week to come can truly become a reality. Let us sing together as we conclude Havdalah. Welcome, Cantor Fox, and thank you for sharing your beautiful voice with us as Shabbat concludes.
Adonai, vayili Yeshua, ושבתם מים בששון ממעייני הישועה לאדוני הישועה על עמך ברכת וחסרה אדוני צבאות עמנו משגב לבבנו אלוהי יעקב סרה אדוני צבאות אשרי אדם בוטח בך אדוני יושיע המלך יעננו ויום קרבנו ליהודים הייתה בשמך ליהודים הייתה אורה בשמחה ששון יקר כן תהיה לנו כוס ישועות אשא ובשם אדוני אקרא לי 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 לי
Sing with us.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri agafen borei peri agafen lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei minei v'samim borei minei v'samim lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei miorei haesh, borei miorei haesh. Lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai lai la lai 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 la 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 lai lai la lai lai la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamavdil bein kodesh lecho beino lecho shech bein Yisrael lo amim bein yom hashvi'i l'sheished yemei hamaseh. Baruch atah Adonai hamavdil bein kodesh lecho. Lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai lai la lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 lai. Amavdil ben kodesh lechol. Chatoteinu yimechol, zorinu vechaspeinu, yarbek chachol, vechakochavim balayla. Shavua tov, 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 Shavua tov. A good week, a week of peace. May happiness and joy increase. A good week, a week of peace. May happiness and joy increase. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Tishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi, Bimhira v'yaminu, Yavo Eleinu, Im Mashiach ben David, Im Mashiach ben David. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu And Seitchem l'shalom, Malachei hashalom, Malachei Elion. Mimelech, Mimelech, Malachei hamelachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. La 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 la
Shavua Tov, everyone. So in my screen, Shirley Lowy is right in the center. She's like Alice from the Brady Bunch, looking up and down, right and left, and she is giving us all of our love. So we're just going to give you a big, huge hug. Big, huge hug. Shavua Tov to you and Shavua Tov to all our friends, hugging you from right and left. And we wish you all a wonderful week. Thank you, Cantor Fox, for joining us. Shabbat Shalom, everyone, or Shavua Tov, everyone. And we hope that you enjoy these days of rest, and as the year turns, by next Shabbat, May it be a 2021 filled with health and prosperity and healing and safe and effective vaccines. Amen. All right, everybody, have a great week. Thank you so much. I'm going to stop